we're in like Flynn. And we can go back to B5 and try to solve that conundrum. We have a transfer potion, so I think we need one. Nope, just a hand axe. Let's zoom back there. Let's go sell this guy the slimes goo. We can now get super powered heals if we wanted. We just buy endless amounts of slimes goo and get max level feel. Alright, turbo off. Where'd you come from? That's right. That's what a max level feel is like. Guard orc, what the hell are you doing here? Don't you come near this place. Scram! Get lost! If yous don't, I's gonna get in trouble. Boy, it wasn't me, I said. You could hear voices violently arguing from the other side of the door. How many times do I have to tell you? I don't know nothing about no gold coins. Ah! We wasn't able to go to war 'cause you stole our money. It be all your fault that we gets made fun of. That kid be a robber. He stole the boss's loot. It was important treasure that was hidden in the mine car, so he gonna get eaten up by the boss real good. Uh-oh, that was us. Shoo, get the hell out of here now. What will you do? Help the boy. Yelgarf's kind attitude gave a good impression to comrades with a good or neutral attribute. You shoved the orc out of the way and went in. Bonk. Thank goodness. Some idiot stole the orc's treasure that was in a mine car. That was us. They tried to pin the blame on me. I'm so unlucky. So this, way back when we started B5, this is what I was talking about. This is a special cutscene that you actually can miss. If you steal the money out of the mine car and then either leave him here, or if you go down to the next level, Daniel dies. He's just gone. He's dead. He's out of the game. Daniel shook his head twice as if he were completely hopeless, and then gave an exaggerated sigh. Listen. Thinking of leaving this dangerous place since I've already made enough money. I mean, I'm all about making my money the smart and easy way. The floors below are full of scarier monsters and it's gonna be rough, but, you know, I wouldn't mind helping you out if you insist. If you want me to help you, come and get me at the tavern. I'll be playing with the cats in town until then. Meal has been registered. You can now be added to your party at the tavern. There you go. A new party member. And interestingly enough, he doesn't seem evil, but his attribute is evil. He's an evil thief, which is kind of strange. Step fell down, you can't go any further. But what if I want to go that way? He's playing with the pussies, oh man. You get out of my way, you fat earth giant. Oh, it's not an earth giant. It's some dynamos. Surprise attack. The giant has an eating problem. He's already dead. You can't dodge these. Killed him outright. A giant mustache. Okay, missed. Good. Cool. 1400 experience. Not bad, not bad. Oh. Hey, a transfer potion. We needed one of those. We didn't go buy one. On the sign in barely legible handwriting, it said, Crimson means red, red means lifeblood, mana is magic power. Mana becomes full, spell is cast. Crystals attract, a miracle happens. That's what a great wizard said. I wonder what this means. Mighty warrior Odom. Boom, 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 boom. It's the gargoyles and ninjas. Oh no, it's a wyvern. I didn't think you saw wyverns until floor 6. Breda it, I think. Wyverns are extremely hard to hit, despite how huge they are. Look out! Ah! Oh, I think they almost always poison with their tail as well. Still hit it, but I don't think the hold works. Oh, it does. Bum, 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 bum. Can cure paralysis, but not poison. Didn't I sell my antidote last time? I think I did. Yes, the cure. Luke, quit whining. I know how sad he's being with his freaking poison. I'm gonna keep tabs on that. We're literally running to get you cured right now. Quit crying. Gondola. It's all the way back to the top. Don't do anything. Keep the gondola here. A horn blared, announcing the arrival of the vanguard. Heard the marching beats of drums, the treading footsteps, and the clanking of armor approaching. Ho, 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 play the flute, crush the castles, ho, 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 bang the drums, set the abyss ablaze. A horde of orcs marching in formation appeared. Wearing orc teehee. Look at that, there's a weirdo. Right there's a weirdo. Mean-looking orc. Yuck, yuck, you is right. A scrawny little guy be scurrying around. Hockey orc. Look at him, he be all scared. I'm gonna beat his ass real good. He looks so yummy and tasty. I'ma eat him up. He'll be real good if I pours lots of salt and pepper on him. Hey you! If you do anything that I don't tell you to do, you will be punished. Is that clear? It be the boss. He's gonna whip all our butts.
Hey, you over there.
The best way to control even the stupidest beings is with fear. Loyalty and respect are not needed to rule over them. However, there is some good that can come out of evil. Actually, in reality, there is far more evil that comes about from good intentions. Ho, ho, ho. Getting rid of the Lord of the Gods. Ho, ho, ho. The King of Demons, his lecherousness, will soar above and rule the world. Following the group of orcs, an army of kobolds passed by, behind the knight. Is there a problem, Sir Eugene? A warrior with an unpleasant face glowered at you. Ew, Eslis. Are they troubling you? No, I was just apologizing for our orcs' bad behavior. Again? Those stupid. Very well. I'll teach them a lesson they won't forget this time. Wait, that is unnecessary. It would be better if we do not dampen their spirits now. That way it would be more convenient for us later. As you wish, sir. Well, this is quite a view. Is this the legendary Elves Falls? I would like to bring back this space in peace and tranquility to Duhan. To do that, we must have the Queen, who is deaf to the people's voices, to step down. I will stop at nothing, even if I am to be branded as a traitor. Now, I am anxious to see fate's answer at the Magic City. Will the moss-covered castle walls mark my grave? Or will a new dawn arise upon Duhan? Why are there so many monsters? Seeing the army of monsters, Ricardo turned pale with fright. I don't know how he managed to gather that many monsters, but is he trying to invade Hades or something? To stand so calmly among monsters, his courage and poise are impressive. If he felt any fear or unease, the monsters would smell it. Then they'd devour him completely, his soul and all. But how could he not feel even an ounce of fear being among so many monsters? Is he a devil or one without a soul? This means it's not just a rumor that Sir Eugene is after the throne. Don't you think that army of monsters proves it? I mean, he did also say that he, is going after the queen. I bet those monsters were gathered to fight against the Duhan soldiers, but why are they heading below instead of towards the town? I wonder if it's because of the queen's abduction. I guess we'll have to go find out. Isn't it odd that the monsters are following him so obediently? I mean, I've never seen or heard anything like this. Some people do get along pretty well with orcs and kobolds, but there were lesser demons and shades among them. It's impossible to get that sort of pure evil to obey you, unless you've sold your soul to the devil. Rui shrugged. She knew what happened to people who sold their souls to the devil. He does. And if that's the case, what is it that he wants? To rule the world? Eternal life? The ultimate truth? Who knows what the already rich may desire? Frick. Beep boop boop beep boop boop beep boop beep boop boop beep boop bop. I think the shop sold antidotes. Welcome, thanks for coming to Costa's. Buy a bunch of stuff, Kay. He did. Alright, his trust didn't go down that much. Oh, it's a lot of ninjas. Surprise attack? Would have been cool if it was a surprise attack. Beep boop beep boop boop beep boop boop beep boop beep boop boop beep boop boop. Follow the map. On the map, on the map, on the map, on the map. Is it this one? Yeah, it is this one. We're gonna go check on our fairy friend. You heard a woman sobbing. Never. I'll never forgive. That damned lesser demon. That bastard killed him twice. I'll never forgive him. That disgusting pervert just loves to watch weak beings like us suffer. That's why, in front of me, and as if that wasn't enough, this time he was trampling all over his poor dead body. After I finally got a magic stone. All because of him. Now he'll never, ever, ever come back to life.
My body!
As soon as you walked into the room, a sickening stench overwhelmed you. You heard a voice like the howling of the wind. It sounded as if 1,000 people were whispering at the same time. Fresh prey, filled with bright red blood. Where should I start biting? The menace in the air grew denser. A rotten smell flowed all around, and a paralyzing black cloud of vengeance began to encircle the area. But here we are. It's a lesser demon. Sort of a mini-boss here, but hopefully we can ECB take care of this business. Cold probably works. Last time I played this, though, cold really messed up the emulator. Let's hope it doesn't do it this time. Ah, he used a spell. Frick. See if it tanks our FPS. Oh, no, we're okay. 71, not bad. Increase everybody's strength in the front row. We got him, never mind. Nice. Kyle leveled up into the triple-digit experience for him. Hot damn. Thank you for taking revenge. The pixie flew beside the corpse. This one was a real fool. He was a pretty skillful adventurer, but he was too gullible and naive. He laughed and spoke of her past, yet her voice was sorrowful. Maybe he was aware that I had tricked him. He said that she went to the surface to bring back a human male. He would transform into a beautiful woman and lure the men. But the pixies were doing so only to protect themselves. Defenseless beings like them were merely a snack to other monsters. He needed strong men in order to survive. He should have just turned his back on me like everyone else. Then I wouldn't be suffering now. He always smiled and went up against those monsters just because he knew that doing so would make me happy.
You will suffer greatly!
I don't need this piece of junk.
What is this? I don't want this piece of junk.
What she tossed away was a shiny green earring. And you quietly picked up the earring that fell by your foot. You got the earring. Would have been happy if he had just stayed alive. I don't ever want to see humans ever again. Okay. Put this trap here. There's an altar for some kind of ritual. Put a skeleton on the ground. So yeah, that's the sad story of this pixie. You go find her the carcass stone, and he uses it to resurrect her protector slash boyfriend or whoever dies fighting the demon. Damn you, lesser demon was carved with a knife into the barrel. He dies fighting the lesser demon for her, and then she resurrects him, and the demon comes back and kills him even more. Very sad. Ooh, I don't think Rush kills. It kills some. I think it kills the red, but not the green. We're gonna get poison breathed. We're good. cocoon. Let's go ahead. Flee. Bleep blop bloop bleep bloop bloop bleep bloop bleep bloop bloop bleep bloop blop. Just trying to get back down. Because we're almost at floor 6. Bunch of warriors, rogue with a crossbow, and a priest. We can do this fight. Steal the back row. Not that we couldn't do any of the other fights, but this one actually should go pretty quick. Killing those gargoyles and the dog, the hound, and everything, it takes so long. It's Virgo's twin. Don't you do it. Oh. Bop. This fight actually went a lot slower than I thought it would. He's missing. Oh, petrification. Luke almost on that level up. A new crossbow, huh? Oh, it's just a regular crossbow. Gross. All these spiders and one priestess in the middle. She's the spider priest. This is one of the roughest parts about floor 5, is that everything's on such like a narrow path that sometimes you just get stuck like this, just fight after fight. heal everybody up. Oops. Didn't mean to heal him again. The spring. Some pixies were frolicking above the spring. This spring is dead. That's because it's fake. Long, long ago, it had the power to heal any wound. That's only in the deep forest. But it smells the same. It may smell the same, but the water's empty and has no life. One potion and a transfer potion. There's a clear stream of water. There was a spring. You threw in the sage's stone. With a beautiful sound that came from seemingly nowhere, the spring was bathed in light. It rose from within the spring, and a fragrant aroma filled the air. It felt as if your body had been purified. You recovered your HP. You recovered your MP. You recovered from abnormal status. Paul's quest has been completed. Go to the tavern to get your reward. That's right. So the one nice thing that Paul lets you do is he gives you a permanent healing spot right here. Here we have Orc who came running out. Gosh, she be really rude. We make music with our weapons, but she don't get that. Lucida. Allow me to inform you first that we sell no swords here, and we haven't shields here either. Also, I've never sung or heard any songs to march to before, but if you would still like some assistance, please feel free to ask. With furrowed eyebrows, Lucinda stared at you. However, after you told her what you had heard from her younger brother at the tavern, she became friendly. Oh, okay, so you know my little brother. I am so sorry. I didn't mean to give you the wrong impression. That was the 10th orc today. Lucida let out a small sigh. Was I saying Lucinda? Lucida. They were asking for armor that makes fun sounds when you run, or weapons that make a pretty sound when you hit someone. I told him we can't make anything of that kind, but he just didn't get it. That's why I was getting irritated. I'm really sorry. You asked Lucida about the music she heard in the deep forest. The song I heard that time? Yes, of course I remember it. That voice I heard at the Forest of No Return. If I had not heard that song, I would have died within that deep forest. I was about to die in that forest, aptly named the Forest of No Return. I was being chased by bandits, and I had no choice but to enter it. At the time, I did not realize the true terror of such a place. It was completely silent. A light like that of a sunset shone from above the canopy of the trees and made me lose my sense of time. No matter how much I walked, nothing around me ever changed. I had no idea just how much I had actually walked. The fact that I was still sane was in itself a miracle. When I came to, I was lying on the ground. Didn't want to take another step, even if it meant I'd die there. And it was then, just when I was about to give up, someone started playing the piano in the middle of the forest. And I heard a beautiful voice that would cause the soul of anyone who listened to tremble. wasn't anything like the rigid songs I'd heard before. It was a kind of song that pulled at your heart. It was a song that was filled with feelings for a loved one. I started walking, being led by that lovely voice. And then I encountered her. At the edge of the spring, surrounded by animals of the forest, she was singing. I knew that elves did not like to come in contact with humans, and I did not think that they would even ever acknowledge a human who had stepped into their sacred land. And when she first saw me, she did seem to be acting prudently. But she saw that I needed help, and after I told her my situation, she smiled at me gently. And most kindly she said to me, "Please, come to my village." To this day, I cannot forget the song I heard then. I've chosen to become a musician because I am hoping to encounter that music again. I don't know if I would be of any help to that elf who was abandoned by music, but I am eager to do whatever I can to repay the elves. After she learned that the leader of the elves was at the tavern, Lucida packed up a few of her things and prepared to go. I will go ahead to the tavern and wait for you. Thanks, Lucida. We don't have to go that way. We hit the dead end and we gotta go, I think, up one and then down. I believe that completes all of our level 5 quests. Ah. Please, baby, please. Alright, cool. Oh, was this bird behind me? Do we get back attacked? Frick on a stick. Please, I'm just one poor gnome. Oh! Oh my gosh. Oh! Sweet baby Jesus. Alright, this flee together is the most critical one of our lives. Oh my god. Yelgar's dead. Converge attack on our gnome. He's only got 9 health. Stop! You're killing him. Please, he's so dead. Why did we suddenly start deciding we're gonna fail fleeing? What is this? I think we failed fleeing like once over the course of, 12 hours of playtime or whatever right now. And now we failed our flea like 4 times in the last 2 battles. Crazy. Alright, Sarah. You better not fuck this up. Wow. Owie, wowie, zowie. That's a game over. Without any memory, without any achievement, you passed through the gates of the underworld. Only the eternal dark was left embracing the town of Duhan. Game over. Boy, if Sarah wasn't the worst priestess I've ever seen. Even a level 1 like resurrect spell shouldn't fail this much, I swear to God. Is this just predestined to fail? Here. Fragrant smell, body purified. But this doesn't count recovering from abnormal status as coming back from being ashed. Oops. I really don't want to go back to town. So let me turbo this and just... Okay, there we go. Good lord. Finally. Recovered your HP and your MP. There we go. Get this adventure back on track. Right, you dumb insect. Turn the other way. Actually, you're in my way. I gotta go through you. That's not it. Okay, I think it's this one. Question mark staff. Is this another useless staff? The guiding staff. When used while exploring, a map of the floor will be displayed. Map of the floor explored, I see. Oh, we can have stamina to come back. Almost there, there we are. And this drops us down to the lower level. That's okay. Take this. This takes us even lower. Shades and gargoyles. Shades and sorcerers. Sorry, not shades, gargoyles and sorcerers. Get out of my way. Monsters are friendly. We dropped underneath the gondola. We need to rest. Young man, are you serious, Michelle? You would call this disgusting place our home? This dump that is full of beasts such as orcs and kobolds? The girl elf whom you have met previously was talking with someone. Kaza, you understand too, don't you? Since we lost our forest, no one has the will to live, and some have taken their own lives. And even our leader Fawn has lost his sight from this despair. We should be more concerned with ourselves than about the Flash. The two seem to have noticed you. Oh, you're... The young man who was called Kaza turned around slowly. His fiery red eyes widened with shock. Why are you... He was speechless. He stared without even blinking. His eyes were filled with confusion. Is this the work of the demons? Or has his visage been etched into my eyes by the flame of my hate? No, Mielgarth is still alive. What do you mean alive? A ghost would have been better. If so, I could accept that he came back to finish something undone. But I'm sure that Sophia is glad that at least he was saved. Kaza reacted to those words. Yes, I'm certain that she's glad too. That's the kind of person she was. More reason for me not to forgive him. Is the mere fact that now she is dead and he's still alive. Kaza exploded with rage he had held back all this time. Why didn't you come to our forest after the Flash? Could you not even be troubled as to bring flowers to her grave? Are you deaf to the wails of the souls of those who lost their loved ones? This may not be a real forest, yet how dare you step into our land once more? Please forgive him. Kaza got upset because he loved Sophia like a sister since childhood. Of course, I am just as saddened, but the Sophia in my memory holds no grudge towards you for some reason. Michelle fell silent and looked towards the lake. Sophia used to love the view from here. Above ground, this place is but a faded dream, but it can always be seen in this accursed labyrinth. It's alright if you can't remember it now. It's alright if you can't remember it now, but please, for her sake, do remember that there was someone who loved you most dearly. I see a treasure chest. We got an antidote vellum. So now we can cure poison. Beautiful spring. Got a gauntlet. Hopefully it's good and not the one that steals your money. Demon's Gauntlet. Made by a known sorcerer with the aid of demon's power. Allows to change a tribute to evil. He's already got a steel gauntlet on. Well, you tried to move forward, but something stopped you. As if beckoned by the sound of the spring, you drifted off. When you stood at the edge of the water, the water splashed onto your face. Yelgarf. Oh, Yelgarf. A gentle voice and the sound of the water blended together and echoed. Yelgarf, your eyes are like a winter lake, cold, frozen, uninviting. But listen, Yelgarf, below, the ice is waiting to be released, to become free, waiting to reflect the sky under the bright, warm sunlight, so someday the ice within you will melt away. Then, when that time comes, let us reflect on the beautiful sky of our Duhan, you and me together. Promise me. You reached out as if trying to grasp the vanishing mirage. A joy that made you want to cry and a despair that made you want to laugh stung your heart for some reason. Sophia! Michelle, a young elf, came running over. She put her hands out to the spring where the illusion disappeared. Wait, Sophia, please tell me. Even after being torn away from your love, being cursed with death, how can you stay so strong? I want to see you once more. After saying that, Michelle looked down sadly and then gazed at you. If the flash had been brought upon us by God's anger, it would be so much easier for us. All we would have to do is rue him. And then someday the merciful Lord will recover from what ailed his heart. But our hearts will never recover from our sorrow, because of the flash that has fallen upon us. Michelle looked down, as if she were in fear. Her face was pale, and her lips trembled. The flash, it was the doing of a human. The same goes for the black spirit you call the Reaper. Of course, nowadays so few are aware of its existence, but I have no doubt that it has been created through the elves' traditional rite of darkness. It is one of the ancient knowledges that we could not abandon for the sake of our silly pride. Someone with a malevolent heart must have abused it, but for it, we are all guilty for all eternity. Michelle became dispirited. This was a painful confession for her to make. The elves were a proud race, and they would never admit it, or they would never admit to any mistake they have made. You must be wondering why I'm telling you this. It's because I want to trust you the way Sophia had trusted you, so even if I were hated because of that sin, I just wanted you to know the truth. Will you allow me to see what will become of this tragedy? I will go back to the town if you will allow me to join you. Please, come to the tavern. Michelle has been registered. She can now be added to your party at the tavern. You've learned Michelle's allied action, Spell Shell. I've heard about the elves' ancient city of magic before. They say that most of the spells known to us come from there. Its powers could defy even death, and the civilization had the ability to realign the stars. It's also said that our myth of Eden is actually about that city of elves. Nobody knows why such an amazing civilization vanished. Some say the struggle against their evil was the mandate of heaven, but that they were punished by heaven for indulging in the black arts. Sarah frowned and concentrated, trying to sort out everything she knew. The truth about who caused the Flash comes as quite a surprise. This would mean that the Flash and the Reaper were both born of these ancient methods. But for who, and for what purpose? Those will be the biggest questions, right? I guess that's the reason for the elves always being so arrogant. And because of the Flash, a lot of friends and people I knew died. My parents were already dead, so they never saw the Flash, but guys I knew from when I was a kid and folks I saw every day, I lost them all. Ricardo looked downcast. The faces of those who had died raced through his mind. I didn't believe that God caused the Flash like everyone was saying. I just thought it was just something inevitable, like a natural disaster, but maybe it's just that I wanted to believe that. Someone could want that. It's true that there was something odd about the Flash. It was far too big to be a spell, but too evil to be even God's will. That girl elf said that someone caused it to happen, but I still can't believe it. How is it possible to completely reduce a town to ashes? But most of all, I can't believe that anyone was insane enough to actually do it. Saying that, Kaio scowled. Whatever the reason, whoever did it should never be forgiven. We must find that person soon and make them pay for their sin. The elves' treasures are so rare that they would make thieves drool, particularly ancient relics so extraordinary that they're priceless. You can buy an entire kingdom with what it's worth, because if even one were to be made public, magic as we know it would be forever changed. But as far as I know, there shouldn't be anything that's been taken in the past few years. If something had been taken, there's no way I wouldn't have heard about it. We can still dip down. B6, the Moldy Fort. Fog covered the ground like a cloth. Somewhere in the distance you could smell the stench of bodies. Something is going on in the labyrinth. You've been completely subdued. Female Knight. I didn't expect to find adventurers this deep in the labyrinth. How do you do? My name is Grace. Duhan soldiers are all throughout the labyrinth. I heard that it was a plan to catch the Queen's abductor, Sir Eugene. But why would he do it? You think it has to do with demons? I only ask this because there is a rumor that he has a contract with a demon. I must meet him and find out his true intentions. If you see Eugene... No, never mind. I shouldn't involve you in this. Grace bowed slightly and went on her way. What a creepy place this is. It's like a ghost town, as if a war or plague just wiped out everyone in town. Ricardo frowned and looked around. Plus, this humidity and the smell of mold, it's gonna drive me crazy. Don't you feel the evil getting stronger? Since I came down here, I've been feeling sick, like my head is all cloudy or something. I just feel countless malicious and evil forces following me. Kind of like when the Reaper came out on the second floor. It seems to make everything I see turn grayish. In the distance you heard explosions and the screams of soldiers in battle. The ground beneath you trembled. If the rumor is true, then those are the Duhan soldiers and Sir Eugene fighting. We still don't know why he would kidnap the Queen, but this air is not natural. Something must have happened here. That girl talked about a contract with a demon and all, and if things get any worse, I think Eugene might even call out the demon. We don't know what's up ahead, so we've got to be careful from now on. We'll take a quick trip around, because there's usually a chest or two hanging out around here. Boom, 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 boom. The light up vellum. We'll take it. We'll take that back to town. What did we get? We got a cocoon we could sell. We don't have really anything else. As far as materials, we don't have anything else, but we can sell the cocoon to the shop. There's the material shop. We'll turn in the vellums, which is antidote, priest hair, demon egg, and light up, wyvern's eyeball. Boom, 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 boom. Alright, let's go back to the bar. I did not think that the Flash could change a person's heart so much. It was Fawn, the chief of the elves. This sacred town used to be filled with joy under the Queen. But now they speak of the future like it's just a memory. I feel the sorrow of the past in their words. It is like they are trying to say that it's impossible to struggle against fate. Then again, I can't say much since I hired you. He wanted you to bring him back music. Bring back music to him. I'm sorry it was such a difficult quest. How did it go? Lucida stepped in. I was saved by your people before. It may be imprudent, but I wanted to repay you. Waiting for death deep in the forest, a song gave me hope and life. Would you let me sing the song that she sang? Fawn seemed to have felt something from her words. He was quietly listening to Lucida's voice. Your voice sounds like hers. Fawn said that as he looked at Lucida. You sound like a girl that we all loved. They say that the voice is the melody of the soul. Yours must be a gift from the heavens. Could you give life to my dying heart? Lucida nodded. She then took a deep breath and calmed herself down. The noisy tavern became silent. The piano man started in the corner. The beautiful voice that echoed from Lucida's lips moved the soul of anyone who heard it. You could sense her feelings, the sad, trying feelings. The song had power. That of a person who believes in love even in times of despair. Bond listened to the melody for a while, but suddenly his face clouded and he looked up to the heavens. Thank you. It was a wonderful song. I didn't realize it. It's not the music that's disappeared, it's the beautiful world that has left us. Bond turned to Lucida and bowed. Thanks to you, I have been saved. I appreciate it. I just did not want to know the truth. We must forever live in the darkness. Wow. Singing wasn't that bad, man. Bond smiled feebly and left. Reality is always such a bitter thing. You got a mithril ornament and 12,000 experience. I guess I wasn't able to help him. But I understand how he felt. Ever since The Flash, any song sounds heart-wrenching. It feels nostalgic, like a song yearning for the past. Funny, isn't it? But it's true. Lucida smiled as she said that, but her smile looked sad. So, you threw the rock into the spring? Yeah. Just as I thought, you're a trustworthy person. Now I could gamble in peace. Maybe I ran out of luck when I thought about doing something good. Lately I haven't been able to win. Maybe it's time for me to give it up. Either way, I can leave town now without a care. Thanks. You got the Parvenu wrist. 12,000 experience. Hey, so how'd it go? Did you find Hannah? Geese was surprised when you gave him the green earrings. Oh, what's that? These were the earrings I gave her. Definitely not mistaken. I went through a lot to get these. I had to beat a lesser demon just to get the money to buy those. But why do you have them? You told him the details of how you got them. She's a pixie? I get it. That's a funny joke. So you're saying I've been dumped. Otherwise, she wouldn't have given back the earrings. Well, I'm satisfied. I was worried there, but as long as she's safe, she probably found a better man than me. You got a night wrist. 21,000 experience. Alright, so this can class change to a knight, increases attacking strength and tolerance to fear. Looks like this. What are we getting rid of to... Oh, the bishop's cloak to wear that. I'll have our bishop equip it. And then the Parvenu wrist. A bracelet by gamblers that brings good luck. It increases luck. Better luck, huh? But that gets rid of the bishop's cloak. The mithril ornament helps resist all the stats. Let's go to the lodgings and level up now. Kyo, Diluc, and Sarah. Luke hitting 109 health. They're locking it in. We have Lydia changed my boyfriend. I'm embarrassed to say, but my dumb boyfriend started another stupid shop. Please do something to make him think like a normal human being. So, this quest is selling her boyfriend, who's the merchant, every material in the game. So, we don't want to have that clogging up my quest log. We have Walter wants to help us find a book, and Hina, and then Helga to do special swords. So let's start with this one. Helga, go spread the good word about my grand opening of my new shop, Helga Mart. Don't worry, you'll be getting a fat paycheck. If it's the same way as usual, you would expect to hear a familiar voice about now. You weren't waiting for it, but you did walk slower. Stop! Just as you expected, you stopped walking. Yoo-hoo! Helga jumped in front of you. You just accepted my quest again, didn't you? Yeah. Really? I was just joking. I must be psychic. I must be guided by the heavens. Everyone will be so jealous of me. Oh well. Anyways, you're working for me again. Alright, the Helga brand sword, finally. I'm gonna begin selling it. But I decided not to sell it in the same way other places do. You know how I'm gonna sell it? No. Yeah, huh, that's what I thought. Only I, the beautiful genius, would be able to think this up. Don't worry, you're my business partner, I'll tell you. Here's how. Auction. Auction. Auction! That's right, an auction. With an auction, customers will swarm to my store like flies to booyah. I'll be the most popular store around. Cha-ching! But first, I have to advertise my shop and this sword. So, that's where you step in. I want you to take this sword and advertise it to adventurers in the labyrinth. You got a Helga brand hound sword. Oh, and don't even think about fighting with this sword. I don't want to scratch on it. It's valuable merchandise. However, make sure you flash it around and make it look all powerful. Show it off to at least 5 people. According to my calculations, someone will see you every 5 or 6 battles, so I'd say that if you fight about 30 times, at least 5 people will see you. I'm counting on you. Helga went back to the counter. Alright, that's definitely a good quest to pick up now, because you do have to do 30 battles for that quest to be satisfied. We'll grab Hina. Would you help my brother, please? I'd rather have you kill the greater demon before my brother. I want to save my brother, or save Brother Dearest. Those were the words of a girl named Hina. My older brother was a splendid samurai, respected by many. He was my pride and joy, but he is no longer here. What is here is something that looks like Brother Dearest, but is in fact... demon. He became a demon for now. After saying that, she smiled sadly. We had a little brother, now. He was a gentle, cute little brother. He always followed behind us like a puppy. Through the flash, when Brother Dearest left for Duhan, Now followed along. I was worried, but Brother Dearest was with him. Brother Dearest let me know how Now was doing through letters. Stopped speaking. The content of her words was of a past she did not want to remember. One day the letters stopped coming. Worried, I grabbed this katana and came to Duhan. That's when I found out that they had run into a greater demon. How many adventurers have actually run into a greater demon, and how many have come back alive? Now was no exception. That cursed demon tore Now apart. My brother could not forgive himself for leaving Now unprotected. His remorse turned into madness, and eventually he became a demon that attacks anything he sees. Hina's eyes were filled with resolution. She looked straight at you. I cannot save now anymore, but I want to save Brother Dearest, who still lurks in this world. If we defeat the demon, he should return to normal. I dislike fighting, but I will wield a sword for the sake of Brother Dearest. Please, let me fight with you. To the greater demon, a strike of justice. Ina has been registered. And finally, we have Walter. Put your dick away, Walter. I want you to find the Book of Festivals. It's an ancient book, and someone has seen it in the labyrinth. You're the one who accepted the quest, right? A creepy man with a hood walked your way. I want you to find a book that was in the castle basement. I'm interested in what it says. His name was Walter Berry. He was an imperial scholar. He used to work for the royal family, but since the Flash, he now just deciphers ancient scriptures. Did you know? 2 cities angered the gods and were destroyed long ago. I was deciphering a book written by a sorcerer from that city. There's something that bugs me. The 2 cities were wiped off the face of the earth, so the author must either have escaped or somehow survived. Were there any survivors in that devastated city? Surprisingly, the author wrote that many people survived the Flash. Of course, that is contrary to other written history. The 2 cities became a wasteland where even grass wouldn't grow. Many historians and adventurers have added to that testimony, so who's the author and where did the book come from? Walter looked away fearfully. His art is kind of creepy because he's got no eyes. Look at that. Sadly, that Flash has hit us as well. I thought that the truth was lost forever, but an adventurer brought back a book from the castle labyrinth, or from the labyrinth that was from the castle. It may be that not all was lost. There may still be some books left in the labyrinth. I want you to find the Book of Festivals. The cover has 2 adjoining triangles engraved on it. I'm counting on you. Alright. And here we go for our first real big party shakeup. Forward to Luke. Is gonna go the way of the dodo, unfortunately. To Luke, we salute you. Your help throughout the game has been invaluable. But now we must move on. Because we're going to recruit Evil Daniel first. So Daniel comes in as a level 10 thief. And we're going to take all this cool stuff. Look, we got all this cool stuff. Antidotes, Lafiel Stone, Freeze, Chainmail, Zacold. Teach that to Yelgar. Teeth Armor, Throwing Knife. So Daniel also, I like Daniel as a character, and I've always wanted to use him, but 1, he's evil, and 2, he comes in at level 4 trust. Just not the move. And in comparison, you have Ina, who is maybe the best party member in the game. Maybe. Arguably. Just by joining the party, our trust goes up. She starts with and gives a sweep attack and jump attack. She comes in strong at a level 16 samurai with 3rd from max trust, so her trust is amazingly high. She starts with a Kikui Chimonji, which I believe is the best samurai sword in the game. Not to mention a couple other great feats of work here. She's got all the way up to level 6 spells, and she knows all of them. She knows all sorcerer spells up to level 7, Although I don't think samurais can cast level 7 spells. So she is phenomenal. Now, this might be a controversial... This might be a controversial decision, but... I think we're also going to say goodbye to Sarah. We salute Sarah for all the good work she's done, but... in her place, I'm going to take Michelle. Michelle being another pretty good party member, and she's coming in as a sorcerer. But we are going to class change her. Spoiler alert, she's going to get class changed. She's going to become a bishop just like Yelgarth, and we're going to catch up her priest spells when we can, so... Bum, 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 bum. Let's go ahead and alter our formation. I'm gonna put no, not Michelle. I'm gonna put Ricardo over here. Rui, Tina, Michelle. Thundercloak, Dragon Chain, Shades Knife. Blazing Cloak. Dragon Chainmail, anybody wanna lock that in? No. Magus, Small Shield. Steel Gauntlet. Faith Armor. Power of Faith allows class change to a bishop. But we won't have to use that. My warrior and knight. Make a Parvenu wrist. Charmed Small Shield. A Freeze Chainmail. Bonus. I think that's it. I think everybody is locked in. All of our new gear. Okay. We can go to the guild and check out some level 6 AAs. We get End Lash, an attack on both ends of the front and back rows of the enemy party. 28,000 gold. We're defensive, but we can get Spell Sword. Overpowers an enemy curse if this AA is successful. That's it. Bigger shop where we can sell all sorts of stuff. Make up for some of that money we just spent on the AAs. Funny, I always thought Michelle was a good character. Hang on to that antidote, because why not? I'm gonna hang on to this reinforcing shield. Actually, metal shield is 2 and 3. Yeah, the reinforcing shield is better. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. But yeah, she starts with very high trust along the levels of Rui. And her personality gets depressed when a large number of people is around. I don't know what that means. I don't think we need it to rest, but we'll do it just in case. Then before we end today, let's jump into the labyrinth for just a sec. And you'll sell that cocoon. Boom, boom, boo, boo. We'll turbo boost this. Maybe get a broken sword out of this. Yeah, another bogey bird's claw. Question mark shield, which is going to be a regular shield. So, whoa, a metal shield. Didn't realize you could grab that on floor 1. That would be super lucky. Hop into the material shop. Yell for assistance. We'll boost. Just sell off the bogey bird's claw, which is all we have. Slime's goo, cocoon, and bogey bird's claw. That's what sweep attack looks like. Attacks a whole row of enemies. If there's anything new going on in the Imperial quarters. Nope, doesn't look like it. But one thing I have not shown off yet is this. Goth was in the room. Hey, it's because to see you. I was all ready for you. Eyes presents to you Goth's Trap Part 1. By the way, I spent 1000 G to make this. As he said that, Goth showed you his trap. It was sloppily made with leaves and brush in the form of a bird's nest. Mice friend, won't you invest 1000 G in me? If you's tested until it breaks, cha-ching! A set of 3 transfer potions is yours to keep. I's predict that it will breaks after 10 times. Now will you test it for me? Yes, we will. So Got's traps. You have to do 10 levels of trap disarming for each floor of the labyrinth that you've gotten to. So we can do up to level 6, which would be 60 disarms. Now, normally this sort of grindy thing I wouldn't really want to do on stream, but he gives some extremely valuable rewards upon completion of this stuff. So start with level 1, and since we're playing on an emulator, we can save state and sort of help our way through, because doing all this stuff in a row is kind of rough. There's no option for mistakes. Like, if you fail, you just lose your money. So, fortunately, I can save after I've made a couple levels of progress. At least you get to listen to these rockin' tunes the whole time. Just after disarming the trap 10 times, a branch snapped and the trap broke. Ah, just as I thought, it's broke 10 times. Thanks you, here's be your transfer potions. Got 3 transfer potions. Comes do the test anytime. And he's not wrong. Anytime indeed. But the transfer potions are actually pretty good, because you can just go redo that level over and over. And he'll give you 3 transfer potions for 1000, you know, every time. The only sucky part is you do have to go back to town every time you finish a level, so... And then go back to Got's traps in order to do that. I'll sell the metal shield. I am the retro. Bum, 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 bum. Carrie, I'm ending literally right now. I have to go. I'm so sorry. You literally came right at the end. No joke. In fact, I stayed later than I should have. I have to wake up a little bit earlier tomorrow. Let's go ahead and save here. It is extremely sad, but I hope to see you tomorrow at least. We'll go ahead and close her up here and call her a stream. But like I said earlier, I appreciate you stopping by earlier and giving me the update, my friend. Yeah, no problem, no problem. In any case, I appreciate all you guys out there chatting, watching, and for all the lurkers out there, I really appreciate you too. Thank you guys very much. If you're new to my stream, please consider joining the Discord server. I have my stream schedule on there. I also have my stream schedule right below the stream.
Bye-bye.
So I will be back here tomorrow, probably with a little more Overwatch and then more Wizardry Tale of the Forsaken Land. And we'll keep on plugging away at this labyrinth. Bye-bye to you two. Take care and have a good one, everybody.
Ta! Come visit again, or I'll pluck out your eyes!